Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Outback Quarterback Podcast. It's the Week 13 review, a look ahead to Week 14. We're glad you're here. I'm your QB3, Curt. We've got our QB2, Holy, and our QB1, Doss. Matthew Maidman is his full name. How are we going, boys? Hanover football represent today there, Doss.
Do you like this?
Yeah, I don't know much about the Hanover football program.
The mighty Panthers, Div 3, NCAA.
Ah, the Panthers. Div 3.
Div 3.
Wow, that's a niche find.
Hold on. I'm guessing that they're
had a good year.
Top of Div. Yeah, that makes
He's
sense.
jumped on, has he?
That makes sense.
Had a good year. Now, a colleague of mine in Melbourne, Steve Green, shout out Greenie, his son, Josh, punted for them.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
lives in Indianapolis, big Colts fan. And so he had this at home and he's moving house. He's retiring and moving up to a lovely spot of the world, Harvey Bay.
I thought you were going to say Hanover.
No, not quite as, no, yeah. But so Hanover football, the mighty Panthers,
Nice.
Hawley.
And a good week to wear it. I mean, the Panthers, a massive win over the Rams, which we'll get into
Yeah,
in our
very
game.
comfortable this
It
is
does look
actually,
comfy.
so,
It's a nice loose
yeah.
fit there, Doss. And Hawley, you're back on brand. The Rogue sponsor has been dismissed. You're not happy about it, but we are in talks offline. Wayne Phyllis Kia is back on your head, and it looks good. You've got the Outback Quarterback rare salmon pink hoodie.
Well,
one only made of those.
I was
and no
saying
others.
off air, the rare salmon T-shirt's probably seen its day now. I don't think. It's become a bed T-shirt.
Yeah.
The elastic is gone from the collar, and you can just tell it starts to get a couple of little holes and.
But you do wear your Outback
the-
QB kit a lot.
Yeah, the jumper's comfy.
Yeah, when I bought that initial run of merch, I bought like grey and white for me, black for Doss, and for you I bought salmon, light pink, fluoro yellow.
Fluoro yellow. The fluoro yellow T-shirt, Muscat Media T-shirt's going well.
Yeah, you still use that.
I've had a lot of compliments on this jumper.
It does look good. Every time I see it, I'm surprised at how good that looks. We might have to get a few more back in.
I think we should, and I
Yeah.
think people would come in or jump on board with that too, Kurt.
Yeah, all right. Maybe send us a DM, Outback QB Podcast on Instagram if you would buy
Panthers
some merch.
9-3, by the way.
Hey.
5-0 in their conference.
Oh,
Tough start. When it started 0-2.
Yeah,
wow. So they've gone 9-1 since.
9-1 since then.
but I think they lost their playoff game.
Oh,
Take
They
the
lost
weekend.
second round playoff game.
Take
yeah.
the hoodie off, Doss.
6 to
Take it off.
38.
No, this is no way. Hanover football, let's go.
Well, we've got a bit going on Muscle Cat Media. We've got another Ashes watch along this Thursday, day 1 of the Brisbane Test, the night session. Hawley will be there. Alex, our friend from the last one, will be there. We'll get Doss in for one very soon, but it was a rip-roaring success last time. So anybody who's interested in cricket, join us for the night session on day 1 this Thursday of the Ashes Test. Now we've got the prize here. We've got those cards to give away again. Let me just grab those.
Where are they?
Sports Card World, another box. I mean, this is the original one. We'll send this to the winner very, very soon. Sports Card World have stumped these up for us. So $210 worth of cricket cards. I know we're all in this room just itching to open this box. I've been looking at this for 2 weeks, wanting to rip it open, but I can't because somebody's won it. You could win this. All you need to do is subscribe to the Muscle Cat Sports Show YouTube and just get involved in the live chat. Any comment during the watch along will enter you in. And if you're funny, if you insult us, if you make us laugh, you can get extra entries on the night as well. Boys, sorry.
So I actually entered a few times on the night, Hawley, as you might have noticed, chasing those. The draw wasn't done for our viewing though. It was all done pre-production. Hawley,
Are you assuming? Are you accusing Noah Hill of not being a worthy winner?
No, he is. Noah is a worthy winner. Well done, Noah.
If it went to
Big Cardinals fan.
if it went to Jay Womack of Adelaide, it might be a little suspicious.
Womack and I doing a break later.
Yeah.
We're going to put the break on Instagram. No, so I'll just hopefully for the next one, there's a little more transparency, let's just say.
And would it be a process with more integrity if one of the hosts of Muscle Cat Media won the prize, Doss? Is that what you're getting at? Because that would have raised a few more alarms, in my
I
opinion.
think that's fine if it's live. Doss entered.
I don't
legitimately.
think it's a good look if Doss wins it, I got to say.
I'll share the cards if I'll take the hit out and then
your-
you
with
just
your son.
disperse the base.
Yeah, take the signature out and give me
As
a
Noah-
Michael Kasparovic's base card.
Yeah, that's right. Has Noah got the cards at that
Well,
box
no,
there?
I won't reveal his whereabouts, but he's
overseas.
he's overseas.
That's
at the
right.
moment,
He
yeah.
is.
All right. That does bring me to something very exciting, boys. That is our very first Outback Quarterback live watch along, which is coming up. Now, this is the first time we've officially announced it on the show, the 23rd of December. We will be watching the 49ers at the Colts right here in Muscle Cat Studios, 11:45 a.m. on what day is it? That's Tuesday the 23rd. But everyone's on holidays by then.
Yeah,
You know,
it should be.
that's holiday
Some
time.
of us are still working.
Well, we're all working from 11:45 a.m. on Tuesday the 23rd. Ollie.
Actually, I definitely won't be. I've got to paint a house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, me and Dos will be doing the live play.
Just thought of that. Might not be able to do a podcast that day.
Okay, that's all right. We'll get somebody else in. We're still doing it, right, Dos?
We'll be doing a live watch along painting a house.
That's right.
Actually, you know what? We can tune in. I can take my computer to work.
Yeah, do it. We'll get you online. You can just have a live cam of you painting while you're watching it. Following
Might
along.
get some
We'll
jobs,
flick
might
to
get some
you
work out
every
of it.
20 minutes. We'll just flick to Hawley painting a house.
Well, we still are doing it. I'm pretty sure. 23rd of December on our YouTube channel. This will be on the Outback QB YouTube, this very one here. So subscribe if you haven't
It's
already.
interesting you say get some work out of it because when we were discussing, and I put it in a couple of the Outback quarterback fantasy divisional chats, and there was a couple of people that wanted a whole painting building free quote and sort of voucher to cover off if you win. Yeah, well, to cover off the.
I'm
you know,
not taking more earnings from his business.
a
He gives
few-
enough to
a few hours.
Muscle Cat.
A few
It's
hours.
fine.
of work.
They can have a $300 voucher. I'll just pump the quote up by $300. It's easy.
Perfect.
We'll cut that bit out.
All right. Well, we are giving away a $10,000 voucher to the whole painting and building.
Everyone's house is really expensive to paint though now.
There will be prizes, though. There will be prizes. Whether we get something from the Suburban Brew or Sports Card World, we'll look after you on the day. So make sure you tune into that. We'll pump that up in the coming weeks. Speaking of prizes, let's keep rolling. We've got the Four Bros giveaway. Four Bros coffee. We had, I think it was about 260, 270 entries, Dos, which is
a lot.
right up there. Right up there. And you can use the code Outback for 15% off. We've mentioned Wayne Phyllis Kia. We've mentioned the Four Bros. We've also got Suburban Brew, where I'm going today, Dos. Another visit to Tom and Mick and Tony and the boys down there. But let's get that randomizer going. Do we put it on? Maybe we don't put it on
Tuesday for him, isn't it? Go on the pub.
I'm not going there to drink. I'm picking up prizes for our for our supporters.
Settle in and watch Patriots Giants for the rest of the afternoon.
I don't know.
With his brand new clothes.
Well, I've had this for about 2 years. I don't know what you guys want from me. Have you got it up there? Maybe let's not put it on the screen. We don't want to reveal everyone's name who entered. But if Dos, you want to look over his shoulder to ensure transparency, or do you trust?
Nah,
James?
Oh, it
'cause
was a
there's
public
wires.
entry, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
It's-
true. Yeah, you can get it up. Yeah, go on. Put it on the screen. Public draw.
All right. Now I got to switch screens.
Sorry. We'll fill. Like I said, 270 entries, Dos. That's one of our bigger entered ones. We did it with the video. We did it with the still post. Four Bros are giving away 2 kilograms of coffee, which is a lot of coffee. Or if you've got a pod machine, it's 100 pods. So I have painstakingly put
Corey.
every single one in there. James will hit randomize in just a second, and the top one is the winner of 2 kilos of Four Bros coffee. Let's go, Jimbo.
Here we go.
And the winner is, what does that say? Oh, no, go to the top, number
top.
The Genesis. Oh no, the General.
The General 51.
General 51.
Good on you, Jen.
That sounds like someone who would listen to our show. Well done, the General. I'll be in touch very soon. Thank you to Four Bros. Use those discount codes. All right, let's talk some NFL. NFL, because it's an NFL show after all. Dos, it's one of your favorite times of the year. You know why?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, you love
pass.
Thanksgiving.
Coaches start to get fired.
Well, along that similar vein, some teams are now officially eliminated
That's
from
it.
the playoff.
And we remove
hunt.
them from discussion until March,
We do remove them from discussion. The team's
March.
eliminated.
until their off season, until it hits free agency.
And that's when Hawley really gets going, because that's player movement. So Hawley's just dormant until the off season. That's when he
Well,
shines.
I'm probably okay this year because the Patriots are
yeah.
around about. So I'll be a little bit more excited.
That's true.
I'll be involved in the playoffs this year.
That's true. At least for 1 week.
Yeah, maybe probably 2. So I'll go to buy.
Oh yeah. And then lose the divisionals. All right.
Fighting with Denver.
Well, the teams that are officially eliminated are the New York Giants, 2-10. I think they were the first to go officially
Last week. Yeah. we
Yeah,
did
and then the
mention
Saints at 2-10, and the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
They're officially eliminated
they're
as well
out.
at 3-9.
Yep.
I knew they were going badly. I didn't realize they were
that. No, they've been awful.
elimination
They've
bad
been
already.
disappointing.
And
real
the AFC,
disappointing.
of course, the Titans are 1-11, and the
Cards
Raiders
started
2-10.
2-0 as well. I mean, there was the Saints and the Panthers, but
So they've gone 1-9 since then, or 1-10.
and they knocked off the Cowboys.
Oh, they did too.
Never
That's
forget
right.
they lost to the Titans.
Yeah, by a point.
Yep.
Jeez,
Well,
they had a stiff run. Lost to the Niners by a point, Seahawks by a field goal, Titans by a point, Colts by 4 points, Packers by 4, and then go and beat the Cowboys. And then since then they've been
Yeah, that was the
Smash.
Cowboys, that Monday night game, wasn't it?
what's going on there, Dos? Is Jonathan Gannon losing his job?
He's under a
He's got the starting QB excuse.
Yeah, I know.
but they weren't playing too well with Kyler.
They
anyway.
weren't playing
No.
particularly well.
And Murray's, I mean, I know he's on IR. I feel like if they were in contention this year, I think Kyler
They'd bring
Murray
him
would be,
back.
I think they'd be playing. But I don't think they want to bring him back. I think they want to tip him out, trade him in the offseason.
Someone said a few weeks ago, I can't remember if we discussed it on this show, if the teams offered a straight swap Lawrence for Murray, who would say no to that deal? I mean, I think now the Jags would say no, but maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago it was
Probably give
pretty
it a
close.
crack. Yeah.
It's pretty close.
A
I
bit
think,
like a Stafford Goff trade with a little couple other pieces. It's worked out for both of them.
yeah, I mean, thinking about it, now that the Jags record is so good and they're leading the division, obviously it's a no from the Jags. But at the time when they were a little dicey, it wasn't the
Look
worst
at it,
proposition. Let's go, Jimbo, into our quick game reviews because we've got a lot to get through. It was a full slate of games. Let's do it. I'm sipping coffee that's instant coffee, Doss. I've run out of 4 bros. It's my morning is significantly worse.
I replied when you offered me an instant coffee with a nice no thank you.
Oh, yes, and staying on brand there, Doss. He's a company man. He always has been.
Have you got some 4 bros on the way?
I got to talk to Dale and the boys. Yeah, I'll sort it out. I mean, I bought the last batch just because I felt bad asking for so much free coffee, but I'm sure they'll sort me out. They're generous guys. All right, our no-brainers. Jimbo, do we want to bring that tally up? Because I tell you what, 3 from 3, boys. 3 from 3. Now we're waiting.
Oh, we do have today's game.
The Pats and the Giants, which I'm pretty darn confident about. The Pats will get that done.
We said no Pats versus Giants
We
game.
thought about it, but then we said we can just roll it over to next week and have 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are actually on an 11-game streak, boys, and if we get the Pats win today, it's 12. So
We're awesome.
the Seahawks, Vikings at Seahawks, 26-0 was that win. The Vikings are
that in.
4-8, Seahawks 9-3. Poor old undrafted Max Brosmer, boys. He threw. They threw him to the Wolves, and he threw the ball to the Wolves 4 times, 4 interceptions.
It wasn't good.
Road,
A couple of the picks.
I know.
no.
Doss is having none of that.
A
either.
road game in Seattle, he was never going to, unfortunately, do any good.
There were 2 that were like rebounded off a offensive play.
Oh, I'm not saying it's all his fault. I do feel for him. He was, like I
a
said,
lot of
thrown
it was his fault. but-
thrown to the Wolves. He tried a few ambitious things.
Yes.
And he's getting absolutely stunned by Ernest Jones and
Ernest,
the
yeah.
Seahawks defense. The next one was it was a little wobbly, but the Chargers beat the Raiders 31-14. There we go. That's another nice green tick. The Raiders were in it halfway through. It was 7-7. Wasn't it 7-7, 14-7 at halftime?
Yeah, it was. But the Raiders just,
They're a bad team. They're a
can't
bad
watch
team.
them on offense. It's so bad.
Yep. We'll talk about Geno in the offseason. But Tuli Tuipulotu broke through with a couple of sacks. Kamani Vidal, 126 rushing yards. He shows a bit every now and then. The Raiders, they still don't look any better, but they broke the game open, the Chargers, in the second half there. So we got that one right. And then the Commanders and the Broncos. Now, this one was a close run thing. We'll talk about this in the deeper dive games later on, but a 27-26 win to the Bronx, an OT thriller. They held on with that 2-point conversion. Well, they stopped the 2-point conversion after the Terry McLaurin touchdown, but we'll get into that game. And what it means for the Broncos, really, because they're an interesting... I'm like that guy from... is it Home Improvement? Wilson, the neighbor?
Wilson.
Yeah. Is it only see his eyes? Is that what it was? You never saw
Well,
it?
the front, top half of his head.
Over the fence or whatever.
Yeah,
it
over
was.
the fence. You have to peer over it. All right, we'll get to that. But boys, 11 from 11. What a streak. And then, he's got the little TikTok clock. Because we're waiting for the Patriots.
I can't not see you peering over a fence now.
Have we got a percentage?
Oh, yeah. What's
We
our
do
percentage,
indeed.
Jimbo?
Or been nudging 80. Or
74. Okay.
74.
Still, there's a lot of green on that table.
Love to get it to 80 by the end of the season.
Yeah, we have to get a lot right from here. Keep that streak going. All right, the rest of the games, boys. Let's start with the Packers and the Lions. Packers 31. That's a long time ago now. Thanksgiving. They were Friday games. 31-24. The Packers are 8-3-1. The Lions are 7-5. Doss, was this a Dontavian Wicks legacy game? He stood out. 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was pivotal. A 4-touchdown game from Jordan Love. Maybe his best of the year. He was kept clean by his O-line. And it was a tidy Jared Goff game statistically. 144 yards from Jamison Williams, but they missed Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Micah Parsons turned
It
it
was
on.
a tough one for Doss. There's 2
Why?
teams. He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Detroit man, obviously.
That's
Didn't
right.
know who to go for.
That's right. It's a big win for the Packers, Doss.
Huge win. Season sweep over the Lions. And once again, they took away the strength of the Lions, which is their run game. And I know that They've ended up with 119 yards on the day, but the defense of the Green Bay Packers, the defensive front, really good. Showed some interesting setups and schematics from Jeff Hafley. Micah Parsons, 10 pressures on the game, like 2.5 sacks, 5 quick pressures, just crazy numbers. He was awesome.
Now, this is a big factor because he took a couple of months to settle in properly, I think, to the Packers defense after a very last-minute trade from the Cowboys. In his first 9 games, he had
You say that, but let's be fair. He came into the week 13 Thanksgiving leading pressures in the league.
Well, sure.
And 10.5 sacks.
He wasn't, well, yeah, but the point I'm making, Dos, is that in his first 9 games, he had 6.5 sacks.
All right,
in the last 3 games, he's had 6 sacks. So I'm saying even pre-Thanksgiving, he did get it going. But he has stepped it up in the last 3 weeks. And if he's in this vein of form going into playoffs, then that's a scary proposition, right?
Oh, it absolutely is. And, there was some guys that this year, Devontae White, who's played really well. Unfortunately, he's out for the season now with a lower leg fracture. Didn't look good. Edgar and Cooper got banged up in this game, but there's a lot of Packers defenders, or defensemen, I should say, that have feasted on the fact that Micah Parsons has had such a good season, the fact that he's getting double-teamed and triple-teamed as well, and those guys have benefited significantly from that. I was really impressed as well with Matt LaFleur's play calling in this game, going for it on 4th down, getting Jordan Love to throw outside of the numbers, out in the flat, which was fantastic to see, deep to Christian Watson, hitting Dontavian Wicks. I love the 4th down, the touchdown to Romeo Dobbs. Christian Watson, they brought him up, Dobbs stacked on the left-hand side. 2 DBs came up. One was going to go one way, one was going to go the other, and ended up both sort of not taking the inside. And Dobbs got that crucial 4th down touchdown. So all in all, Jordan Love, very, very good game. Probably his best game of the season, I thought. So. On the back of an inconsistent run game, Josh Jacobs is still a little banged up. That's going to come back, but it was just good to see the play calling and Jordan Love throwing the ball aggressively down the field. It's something that has been missing, especially in the losses against Philly and against Carolina.
Holy, I got to ask you about the Detroit Lions. Do we need to be worried now? Because they're 7-5. According to NFL.com, they're a 42% chance of making the playoffs. And their run now is the Cowboys, the Rams, the Steelers, Vikings, and then the Bears. That's 4 out of 5 tough games coming up. I don't think they make playoffs.
The run home is a little worrying. When you first asked me, I was about to say, no, I'm not worried.
They've lost 4 out of their last 7
purely
too.
on offense, what the power that they have on offense, you think, okay, they can get something moving.
Yeah.
They'll score enough points to win a couple of games and they'll get themselves there. But some of those teams are very good defensively and can score too. So
and Amon-Ra's out indefinitely, Dos? I'm not sure.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay.
1 to 2 weeks with
Still,
the ankle.
that hurts when you've got to play the Cowboys and the Lions and you need points to beat both of those teams. So
hey, and on Jordan Love, his 3 best games this year, beat Detroit 27-13, again beat them 31-24, and they beat Pittsburgh 35-25, or his 3 highest rated games this year.
Okay.
Hasn't been sacked in any of them.
Yeah, nice. Well,
so it's a massive factor for Green Bay. If they can protect Jordan Love, then that goes a long way to Green Bay winning games.
But also that's against decent sides.
And against
he's not beating
teams.
up on
Steelers, good
bad teams.
defense, and Detroit obviously a very good. Well, we think they're still a very good side.
All right, another game from Thanksgiving with some really big consequences for the rest of the season. The Cowboys 31 defeated the Chiefs 28. The Cowboys are 6-5-1. The Chiefs are 6-6. The question, boys, and we've sort of flirted with this question over the last few weeks, is this the end of the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty? Is it the day that it died? It was a 4-touchdown performance from Patty Mahomes, but they just left themselves too much to do. And that's 2 big wins for the Cowboys since the death of Marshawn Nealand. They beat the Eagles, now the Chiefs. They are 2.5 wins out of the wildcard spots, but they're only 1.5 wins back from the Eagles for the lead of the division. So that is on. But let's start with the Chiefs. Is it over? Because they've got a 36% chance of making the playoffs still.
I don't think they make playoffs this year, and we'll talk about that in my gutsy calls. They have a pretty tough. They still have quite a tough run home. Texans this week,
it's huge.
Defense is massive at the moment. They're playing really well, and Stroud is back. Even though I thought we should have kept Davis Mills in the game. And then they play the Chargers. Chargers are a little bit like that at the moment. And if you are listening, it was my hand doing the mid action. And then the Titans. But then they finish up with the Broncos. So I can see them losing 2 of those. And that gets them to what? Like a 9-8 record,
Yep.
best case, I think, for the Chiefs, which maybe gets them there.
Can you describe every physical action we do for the rest of the show, just to consider the audio listeners?
Sure. I can't describe some of the ones that Jim does under the desk, but
All right, I am turning my head from Chris Hall to Matthew Maidman, and I'm going to ask him about...
he raised his eyebrows.
Very, very quick answer on these two questions, Dos. Chiefs, playoffs or not, firstly? Yes or no?
I think they'll find a way to get in the playoffs, yes.
Okay. And the Cowboys, could they roll the Eagles here? Because they are on a roll, and the Eagles are going the opposite way. Hooley's nodding.
I think Dallas have got them covered at the moment.
Yeah,
The
still to
Eagles
make up a
can't-
1.5 game
Eagles
gap.
can't score, man. They cannot score points at the moment.
We will talk about them in 2 games time, but goodness me, they're a mess.
How do the Chiefs make it? So 3 teams from the AFC West make it, or do they catch the Chargers?
They've got to go for wild card spots, I think, the Chiefs, and they are currently...
But they don't even have a tiebreaker against Jacksonville either. You know, they're now that I think
They're
about
in a bad spot.
They're
aren't they?
2 wins behind the Bills, who are occupying the last AFC spot.
they have to win out.
Yeah, they pretty much
just about.
do, and have to hope for some results. So I think 37% seems generous because the teams below them, the Dolphins, so that's the very next team, and they're 5-7. The Dolphins are a less than 1% chance of making
Yeah,
it.
right.
So this is it. They beat the
Lose
Texans.
to the
and-
Texans, you're probably done.
Correct. Yes, but Dallas. Can Dallas do it? Dos.
Or I don't know. I still don't believe in their defense. Just isn't good enough.
Yep.
Like the Kansas City Chiefs offense isn't good, and I know that Mahomes can bandage a lot of that up, you know, with what he can do, and he just puts the team on his shoulders and make plays as he did against the Colts and as he very nearly did against the Cowboys. But the defense just isn't good enough.
Are you talking about Chiefs or Dallas?
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas.
Dallas's defense.
Yeah.
I just don't think
Well,
when
Philly have only scored more than 20 points once in the last month.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to the Eagles in a sec, but let's go to the Bengals and the Ravens because that was a oh boy. I mean, it didn't work for us this week, Dos. After you and I said the Rams were the best team easily, they get done by the Panthers, and then Hawley, you sort of randomly said the Ravens are the best team, and they got
I thought they were playing pretty well.
they got blown up
He smacked them.
32-13 by the previously 3-8 Bengals. Ooh, that's an indication of what James thought of your decision. That's all right, Jimbo. 32-13, the Bengals won that. The question is, boys, what are the Bengals fans?
32-14, I believe.
Ah, damn. All right. Just because you made an error, I don't need to point out mine, mate.
Well done.
Art of deflection.
Well
Look at that.
done.
He can cut his error out, though, I believe.
Yeah.
He'll leave yours in.
30. This is why I want to do live, so all of our errors are just on the table.
I don't make any.
32-14. What are the Bengals fans grateful for, boys? A, Joe Burrow obviously being back, and B, a defense that actually keeps another team at bay.
Did Joe Burrow play defense as well?
He must have.
I think he was. Oh, he was at least on the sideline cheering him on.
He must have. But they made Lamar look very
5
ordinary.
turnovers.
I know.
it's crazy.
And he put up Anthony Richardson style
Yeah.
numbers. So it was
Mhm.
a welcome return to form for Cincinnati, and a bad loss for Baltimore, a really bad loss for them. They do stay top of the division.
gonna
We'll
say
get to
they're
that in
still
Gutsy
top,
Calls because of the Steelers' loss. But this AFC North is just a weird mess at the moment.
Well, they play the Steelers twice. That will decide the division and who makes playoffs, right?
Yeah. And that's what I think we called that out
A couple weeks ago.
a couple
yeah.
weeks, a little while ago when we were looking at that, especially I think the last game of the season they played the Steelers. So Lamar hasn't looked right since he's come back. I know they've won some games since he's been back, but he has not looked like the Lamar Jackson that we've seen over the last 2 seasons. He looks banged up. He looks sore.
Yeah.
He's not moving nowhere near as well. He's not throwing the ball as well as what he has done previously. And they can't really get their run game going either. I know Derrick Henry had a couple of explosives in this game, but outside of that, it was, pretty hard going.
Yeah.
And, and their defense, which has been the hallmark really of their wins over the last month or so, was awful in this game. They couldn't get anything going. And for the most part, they're predominantly healthy. So Roquan Smith, Cole Hamilton, Mullen Humphrey, these guys are all there. Nate Wiggins, they're all playing, but they just got blown up by a high-powered offense that got their run game going as well in this game for a change.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like either the Steelers or the Ravens are going to do damage in playoffs if they do get there.
You know what Lamar's cap hit next year is?
How much?
$75 million.
Holy moly.
It's a
Holy
lot of
moly.
money, isn't it?
But
So
he does seem to bounce between good year, bad year
he
sometimes.
does.
So
He'll win the MVP next year.
he'll
and
fly next year, and they'll
both
get knocked out in the
play in
second
the
week of
Super
playoffs. Bears, Eagles. That was a big result, 24-15. The Bears are starting to look actually legit. They're 9-3. The Bears, the Eagles.
Mate, that
are,
draft class.
They're the 1 seed.
I know, but we've doubted it until this point.
I'm still doubting
every
it.
week we say the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bears have snuck up on us.
But we have to start respecting it. And boys, because here come the Philly Wobbles again. They couldn't defend the run to save themselves. Chicago ran for 281 yards, 130 and a touchdown to Kyle Manangai, 125 and a touchdown to DeAndre Swift. AJ Brown was dominant for the Eagles for the second straight week in a second straight loss. And this, boys, is why you don't give in to whinging wide receivers, because the system, whilst they weren't scoring that many points before, the system was still working. They were winning games. As soon as you give the baby his bottle, AJ Brown his targets, it has fallen apart. They've lost 2 games in a row. Jimbo, can you get the Philadelphia Eagles games up, please? Because I want to speak to Hawley's point before, and that is their lack of points over the last 4 weeks. Beautiful. That was quick work, Jimbo. So they lose with only 15 points against the Bears. They scored 21 in the loss to the Cowboys last week. Before that, they won with only 16. They won with only 10, and they blew up the Giants before that. But for 4 weeks, they have not had a particularly high-functioning offense. And for the year, Hawley, how's this stat? They're 8-4. The Giants in their division are 2-10. The Eagles have only scored 6 more points than the Giants for the whole year.
And they've only scored 8 more points than Washington. And Washington have played the same amount of games.
And they've had Marcus Mariota for most of it.
They're just lucky that their defense has showed up.
Yeah, their defense
is
held
about
them.
almost 100 points better than the other 3 teams. But
Yeah.
you're right. The offense, compared to last year, that offense was absolutely flying. Saquon was doing anything he wanted. Devonta and AJ were playing well enough. Like, it was a good team. And I think at the start of the year, we kind of said, where can they go? How can they improve? What can they do to be better? And we kind of couldn't come up with a whole lot, could we?
Yeah.
But you're right. The AJ Brown thing doesn't sit well because he's getting the stats now, and that's fine. But
I'm sure he's happy.
I'm sure he's happy. But everyone else in that locker room knows how AJ Brown has sooked, and now he's getting his stats. So everyone else starts to kind of sook a little bit and think, well, why does he get to sook and then he gets what he wants, and now it's not working for us? And that's where the team that's why they start to lose.
And one thing I'll say for Sirianni is that he normally doesn't give in these personal grudge matches. I'm not a fan of his, but one maybe good attribute is that he does put team first over individual. But the last 2 weeks has changed. Doss, Chicago Bears, 9-3. I mean, Caleb
was solid.
He's so interesting, right? Because they keep winning these games. They're on fire as a team, as a unit. But he goes 17 of 36 for 154 yards, 1-1. That's an Anthony Richardson game as well. Like, I know it doesn't necessarily look like that when he's playing, and he's pulling off plays that give them
some
wins.
throws that he makes, and you're like, okay.
So it's not all stat based, but he's hard to read.
He is. I mean, and their defense. You talk about the defense. I mean, the Bears lead the league in takeaways.
Yeah,
that's been a big part of their winning this season, and they've got a top 3 rushing offense.
Yeah,
I highlighted that a couple of weeks ago, right? DeAndre Swift, nice little revenge game for him against the Eagles this week, because the passing game has struggled. When I say struggled, it has not been consistent for this season. But Ben Johnson, with his play calling, is having a heck of a season. He's shirt off in the locker room post game, and but even all his post game. Where he does the game ball, he's so pumped up and revved up.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of that's. I shouldn't say a lot of that's come from Dan Campbell, but I feel like there's a bit of Dan Campbell that has come across, and you can see that in his coaching, right? So,
and how amazing that he went to an NFC North rival of the Detroit Lions. The fans hated him, and after the first few weeks, they were laughing at him because it hadn't gone well.
Written off by Detroit in week 2.
Yeah, and now that's right, they did, and now they're 9-3. Detroit are struggling.
Mate, they've gone 9-1 the last 10 weeks.
Yeah,
and like
crazy.
you said, the passing game, Caleb hasn't thrown for 300 yards yet this year.
Wow.
Passing wise, he's probably playing as like a mid.
Yeah, he's been inconsistent.
He's been a mid quarterback. But the thing he hasn't done is turn it over. He's only thrown 5
That's
picks.
right. That's exactly
right.
right.
That's the key.
So they're not turning it over, but they're getting the most turnovers in the league on defense.
Yep. So you can handle him
getting
having 17
So you're
and 5.
getting short fields to utilize your running game strong, so that you can take advantage of that. So you don't need an elite passing game, and that's really the blueprint at the moment for the Bears winning these games. And of course, the creativity with Ben Johnson. So Hey, we've got the big game this week, Green Bay, Chicago.
Huge.
It's going to be massive. That's in the later slate, I believe. We're going to talk about that a bit later, but man, they're a good team to watch. We thought the offense would take a little while to get going this season, but man, they're rolling at the moment. And
I hate to say it, but it does have a little blueprint for a Super Bowl winning team. How it's set up.
Yeah, it does.
It is actually, they're not relying on, Patty Mahomes to throw or Stafford to throw 4 TDs a week. They're relying on everybody else to do their job. And then if Caleb needs to deliver, all right, Caleb, now it's in your hands. Go and do it. But he hasn't had to this year.
That's right. It's not the bailout plan, is it?
Bears' first winning season since 2018, the Mitch Trubisky-led Bears.
The Cody Parkey double doink.
That ended on the double doink against Philly.
Yep.
Yeah, so
All right, let's keep rolling through because we've taken a bit of time on those games. We don't need to spend much time at all on the Dolphins 21 defeating the Saints 17. Minka Fitzpatrick pick and return on a Saints 2-point conversion. It was a weird play to sort of end the game, but hey, it's been a weird season for the Dolphs. A 16-0 lead. They almost
the Finns
coughed up. I call them the Dolphs.
The Dolphs.
An ugly game.
Dolph Lundgrens.
Ugly game from Tua. Achan had a big game, 3 wins in a row. And the Jets next week. They're 2 games out of the wild card spots. Let's just watch this space.
We're not watching Dolphins win meaningless games and getting excited about them.
Well, 2 wins out, 3 wins in a row. And for the Saints, maybe a bright spot with Shuck. I don't think we need to spend much time on this. It's taken too long.
I just wanted to mention Devon Achan, 3rd straight game over 100 yards and first 1,000-yard season of his young career.
Well done. That's good for the Dolphs.
Well, it is good for him. I mean, he's clearly their best player. Yeah. Let's not beat around the bush around that. But Tua, man, we got here, Hawley, 3rd straight game, failed to reach 200 passing yards, and the 3rd time in the last 4 games he didn't record a passing touchdown.
Yeah, he's battling.
Like, he's just not playing good. Their defense is playing good. Zach Sealer's having a good year. Jordan Brooks at linebacker has been awesome. Chop Robinson, and you mentioned Minka Fitzpatrick as well. So their defense is playing pretty well. But other than their run game and their passing game is just awful.
You had a fair bit of prep for a meaningless game there, Dos.
Yep. That's all I got.
We said we're going to rush through.
3 times not to talk about it.
That is all I got.
That's all you got.
Dolphins.
All right. Texans Colts 20-16. That's a huge win for the Texans. 7-5. The Colts are 8-4. What a difference, boys, a month makes. The Texans have won 4 in a row. The Colts have lost 3 in 4 after looking untouchable at 8-1. We spoke about that on the Muscle Cat Sports Show last night. And neither of these teams leads the AFC South. Boys, CJ Stroud didn't score. The Texans had 9 penalties worth 85 yards. The running game was lean. They only sacked Daniel Jones once, and they didn't have an interception, yet they gritted out a huge win. Holy, this AFC South is well up in the air. We'll talk about, have I? Is it? Oh, we're talking about this in the deep dive games later,
Let's talk about it now.
Let's do it now. All right, we may as well just keep rolling.
Yeah.
The Texans look like a different team, but the question is, can the Colts miss playoffs? After being 8-1 and one of our first locks, are the Colts going to miss the playoffs, Holy?
Mate, look at that run.
They're a 69% chance now. They're 6th in the conference. They're only 1 win inside the wild card spots.
Mate, they've got the Jags twice and the Texans. They probably end up 3rd in the AFC South. And then they have to play the Seahawks, who are on fire at the moment. Dos, little love child. And then the Niners, the Niners are good enough. The Niners are the Niners, right? Like they're
9-4, boys, the Niners.
Yeah.
Can you scroll down, Jimbo? What are the last 2?
Colts, Jags, Texans, Colts.
Colts,
and we spoke about this when
Jags
we talked about
Texans. Yeah, they're cooked.
We talked about it with JT's miracle run. How all right, yeah, he's playing really well, but now look at their schedule. They come up against some really good teams to finish off the year, and you like this little run that they're having. It was unhuman like that they could actually continue.
Yeah, but it wasn't just JT though. There was chemistry with DJ
everything
and
was
everything
working.
else.
This
actually makes me feel sad. I feel sad if the Colts
Daniel
miss
Jones
playoffs.
has got a fracture in his leg.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help.
Like, he can't so you take away power, you take away the ability for him to scramble.
Yeah.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now, if you're getting stuck behind the sticks and it's 2nd and long or 3rd and long, and now you're purely relying on just Jonathan Taylor because Daniel Jones isn't able to make the throws that he was making in the first half of that's hard. And we said, going back, what does this Colts team look like when they're not able to dictate and lead, when they have to chase wins, when they have to come from behind to win games? And it's a different proposition to when you're able to run the ball with JT, lead from the front and dominate and control the game. That's a different proposition to what they faced the Chiefs last week when they lost the time of possession in that game. They got dominated in that game. And then again this week, the Texans held the ball for 10 minutes longer in this one.
And they traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Went all in. He's gone and done a calf, so he's probably done for the year.
He told
2 weeks.
He
they
told
said.
reporters he'd done a calf before he had any scans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just told him he'd done it.
You'd feel
You
it.
know you've done a calf because
Yeah, I
you feel
know.
the calf. A 2-week calf, mate. He got
2 to 3 weeks.
He got carried off. If you're telling me a bloke getting carried off is only out for 2 weeks with a calf, I've done like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Were you ever carried off?
No, and I missed some serious time.
Yeah, but
But
you're a lot tougher than Sauce Gardner, mate.
I believe so. Yeah, and faster, more athletic as
Yeah,
well,
Cooler,
cooler.
better nickname.
But they've gone and thrown out 2 first round. They've got rid of 2 first round picks.
Yeah.
For
Well,
a guy, like
yeah.
fair enough. You
Do
had
we
a
call
crack,
it throwing out? I don't know,
but like that's your next 2 years, and now you have every chance to miss playoffs this year.
I know. Yeah, that's
Like
true.
you've invested a lot
Oh.
for a team that's probably not going to make the playoffs now.
Well, look, NFL.com gives them a 69% chance, so they're still.
They
in
only
it,
have
but
to win.
Yeah, snag a couple of those, and they end up 10-7.
It's probably one. to
And
be
hey, I
fair.
copped a lot of heat for my Jonathan Taylor call.
I was with you
Oh no, and
I
I've
was-
copped a lot of heat on social media, and since
because he went for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns the next week.
well, not the next week,
2
the
weeks
week,
after.
the week
Yeah.
he's been RB 29, RB 28, and RB 17, and
Yeah.
that obviously that 49-point game. Since I said
Yeah.
to trade him, and Doss said yesterday he wishes he traded him.
No, I didn't.
You did. You said should have offloaded him.
No, that was Justin Jefferson. I said I should have offloaded.
Right.
Ah.
But anyway,
still should
don't
have
let that
offloaded.
affect the
No,
story.
I'm going to roll with JT. I've made no trades this season and still rolling along.
All right, speaking of rolling along, Jimbo, we'll scrap deeper dives later. We'll just keep going with all of these games because we're on such a roll. Let's
okay.
not spend time on what's wrong.
I was just going to talk about the Texans defense, but that's all right.
You got
We've spoken
15
about it
seconds of the
heaps.
Texans defense.
Derek Stingley, best corner in the league right now. Will Anderson Jr. would have been Defensive Player of the Year had Myles Garrett likely
Yes.
not going to be breaking the sack
True.
record for this season and playing like an alien in Cleveland.
He is
And
an alien.
he is. And CJ Stroud returned from concussion outside of the interception. He was okay, big on third downs in the last quarter. He had some really nice moments. You'd like to see him take care of the ball a little better
Yeah.
down the final stretch of the season.
But they're building.
They're building. They're looking good. You know, we spoke about the Bears defense before. Texans defense are number one. You know, you can go through most metrics and they're top 3, so they're crazy good.
You're right not to ignore them, Doss, because the Texans are a big story here. Jets and Falcons 27-24. Jets 3-9, Falcons 4-8. It was a wobbly, ugly, ultimately glorious 56-yard field goal from the 41-year-old boot of kicker Nick Folk
Didn't
that
look
won
good,
it for
did
the
it?
Jets. It didn't look good. It just wobbled. But hey, it went through, and the calamitous Atlanta Falcons lose again. That's 3-5 wins for the Jets. They stave off official elimination from the playoff race for another week. And it was Tyrod Taylor throwing to the 102-yard Adonai Mitchell, who now plays for the Jets. And what irony, now that the Colts are struggling and the Jets get a win with A.D. Mitchell. We don't need to spend any more time on that. The 49ers 26 defeated the Browns 8. And this itself was a dour, sort of ungainly, unimpressive game, but it's a big win for the 49ers.
I was disappointed because snow was forecast and there wasn't
Not one drop.
flurry that came through the whole game. So that was annoying. The 49ers you mentioned before, 9 wins.
Yeah.
They're 4-1 in their division. That's important.
It is very important. Because there are 2 other teams on 9 wins in the NFC West.
Correct. And they've got a bye this week. Then they've got the Titans at home.
Yep.
So that's a nice little, rest come into Tennessee. Nothing is a given, but you assume that they win that game. Remember their line at the start of the year was 10.5 wins, the
They're gonna beat that.
49ers.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was based on their 4th place schedule, which they have largely reaped the rewards of this season.
Yep.
But when you look at how many they're getting bodies back on offense, Brock Purdy's back, George Kittle's back, Ricky Pierce was back. Christian McCaffrey obviously carried a lot of that load in the first half of the season and did an awesome job at doing it, by the way.
Looked a little tired on the weekend, 2.6 yards per carry.
Yeah, but the Cleveland defense is hard to run against,
Sure.
right? So, but Bobby Sala, defensive coordinator, has done a heck of a job considering no Nick Bosa,
Yeah.
no Fred Warner, Michael Williams, their first-round pass rusher, is also out with an ACL. So that's 2 all-pros out of your team and your first-rounder. And defensively, they're finding ways to stave off teams, and they're doing a great job. And it's I am not surprised that the 49ers are in the position that they are in. When we caught up with, or you caught up with John Chapman in the off season from 49ers Rush, he was very bullish on the Niners. Don't sleep on us. We got an easy schedule or easier schedule this season, and it's hard to write off Kyle Shanahan, especially in the regular season. He just finds ways to be creative and to win games.
An important stat for the Browns, Myles Garrett had 1 sack, stays on world record pace for that sack mark. Rams, 28, lost to the Panthers, 31. They only win as underdogs, Hawley. They're 7-6, the Panthers. Goodness me, they've just beaten our consensus best team in the NFL. We didn't lock this game for a reason, and thank goodness, because we just didn't know what would happen with the Panthers. Stafford looked human for only the second, well, maybe the first time this year. 2 picks. Bryce looked like a number 1 overall pick again, 15 of 20, 3 touchdowns. Just when you think he's cooked, he pulls out a performance like that.
He swaps between JJ McCarthy and Tom Brady.
He does, and even better, Hawley, they came from behind 3 times to win this game.
They were... they're fun, right?
They are fun.
If you're a Carolina fan, at least you walk into a game thinking you might win.
Yeah, but if you think you might win, you won't. If you think you won't win, you will.
Like previous years where you're like, well, we just can't win because we're just no good. At least this year, like, we could actually put up, 35 points or 30 points and look like we could make the Super Bowl. And that is why, if they do make the playoffs, whoever they come up against in playoffs, if they get there, are going to be very, very nervous to play against them because
they will.
They could come out, turn it on, and knock off a team that's played very, very well all year. And this should be like a straightforward win. Like they lost to the Saints.
Yeah, 2 weeks
7-17
at home.
Yeah, at home, and then come out and knock off the Rams, who everyone is tipping as Super Bowl favorites.
And they lost to the Saints the week after they beat the Packers.
Yes.
At Lambeau, wasn't it? That was at Lambeau.
Yes,
after they lost to the Bills 9-40.
Yeah, correct. So we can't read them.
I don't know. They got the Saints this week.
They're a 16% chance only.
Bye, and then they got the Saints.
Okay, 16% chance only, though, of making the playoffs. So they're not tipped to make it, but keep stringing these wins together.
Well, they have the bye, and then they... I don't know. I was going to say you expect them to beat the Saints, but that takes them to 8-6 if they do beat them.
It's 2 games against Tampa that they have left that decide the division.
Yes.
Because it's only the division winner that's getting in.
Correct. They can't make it. It'll be
They
too
won't
tough
make it in a wild card. They won't win it, have enough wins. Nah,
if they end up with 10 wins?
They're already two behind.
You've got the Bears and Green Bay. They got the tiebreaker against Green Bay, but then you've got all the teams in the NFC
It'd be
West.
stiff if you finished 10-7 and didn't make it.
Yeah, that won't be good enough in the NFC this year.
No, you've probably got to win 11 games, and it comes down to tiebreakers. The Rams ran at 7.2 yards per carry in this game with Blake Corum and Kyle Williams. Crazy. 21 at 152. But, it's just one of these things. It's a bad loss for the Rams.
Yeah. Because
of the situation in the NFC West with Seattle winning and the 49ers owning the tiebreaker over there. And just for the fact that now you're looking at playoff seedings, the Bears go to the number 1 seed. So that then hurts the Rams from that perspective too. So it's a tough loss for them. That's not one that they certainly wouldn't have expected. And it's a little banana peel on a season that was absolutely rolling along.
They'll be fine. Speaking of rolling along, the Jags are 8-4. They beat the Titans 25-3. The first points of the game to the Titans, and they didn't score again after the field goal in the first quarter. Lawrence scored twice, although the running game did struggle. The highlights were growing production from trade acquisition, Jacoby Myers, 90 yards and a touchdown, and a 2-sack performance from Josh Hines-Allen, who has been a little uncharacteristically quiet this year. They're top of the AFC South. We will talk about them more in the coming weeks, but we don't need to dissect a 25-3 win over the Titans, especially when the Titans are just that bad. But hey, some credit to the Jags because 8-4, I can't deny that. The Bucks 20 defeated the Cardinals 17. The Bucks are 7-5. Boy, did they need that win after 3 losses on the trot. Bucky Irving was back, boys. They were cruising at 17-3 until Jacoby Brissett started to produce for Arizona, and they got very nervous. It was almost a field goal for overtime. That's what the Cards needed, but the Bucks defense stood firm. They needed this whole.
The Bucks are coming now. Like you said, Bucky's back. Chris Godwin's second game back. Amika's there. If they can get...
I'm not convinced they are coming, to be honest. I think
in terms of...
personnel.
Yeah, personnel.
Sure.
They're talking about maybe Mike Evans will be back by the end of the year.
I feel like we've been saying that for weeks.
Unlikely, but he could be there. Even if he only plays 40% snaps, he's still there and he draws a defender, right?
Still got the longest arms on earth.
That's right. He's still looking for that 1,000-yard season. He's looking for 300-yard games to end the season. But if they've got Bucky, Chris Godwin, Amika, Mike Evans is there, and Baker's playing, then, I mean, the offense is as good as any if all those guys are fit.
I disagree. I don't think they will get back to a point this year where they can be good enough to mix it with playoffs. There's too much damage. There's too many banged up bodies. There's too much momentum lost.
If they're fit. That's why I said if they're fit.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to get to a point where they're like that. Dos, do you think the Bucks are a real chance going forward to recoup this?
I think they can get on a roll here in the back half of the season as they're starting to get a few personnel back. So I'm not writing off Tampa Bay from obviously the division win and then causing, coming in. I mean, they will likely have the 4 seed if they win the division. So
it's not a tough schedule, Dos.
No.
Saints, Falcons, Dolphins, and then you play the Panthers twice.
Oh, the Dolphs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's all right. Oh, Florida.
Mind you,
game.
Dolphins are winning.
They are.
It's in Florida, so
They'll probably make playoffs, will it?
Back with a good defense.
Not talking about them. So I'm not writing them off yet.
Okay.
Todd Bowles, I'm still not.
Yeah, Toddy. Makes a couple of questionable
He hasn't
decisions.
had a great season, Todd Bowles.
Doesn't seem to have many great seasons, Todd.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, he gets them to playoffs, but there's always a few question marks there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
All right, that's the Bucks. 2 games to go. The Bills 26 defeated the Steelers 7. This was a weird old game. A much needed, comfortable win for the Bills. Even though Josh just does not look right at the moment. He's had 6 picks in the last 4 games after having only, I think it was 3 or 4 in the first 9. The defense made Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers look very ordinary, though, as they clamped down while James Cook had 144 yards on the ground from 32 carries, though. So it was a workhorse game from Cookie.
TJ Watt in the post-game presser, quote, "I've never seen a team run the same play they did tonight and have so much success with it. I'm out of words. They just handed the ball to James Cook, Ray Davis, every play, and the Steelers couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
That's all they did. They
It's
did not,
very
they did not
un-Steelers-like.
throw the ball. Josh, this was the most rushing yards the Steelers have given up at home since 1975.
Wow.
OJ Simpson had 227 that day, and the Bills had 310 total. So it was against Buffalo.
Wow.
It was against Buffalo. Cam Hayward, Patrick Queen, and the Steelers' defensive front, TJ Watt. Unless they play well, the Steelers don't win.
Yeah.
The Steelers' defensive front has to play well. Their offense is not good enough, and I feel like we're at a point now, the Steelers, that we were going to get to this point at some point this season, right? With Aaron Rodgers, the offense, if DK Metcalf didn't go off, the running game was always going to be questionable coming into the season, didn't look strong. And we're at a 6-6. The winning record of Mike Tomlin, even if it ends at 9-8,
it's gone. He's not getting it.
I don't think it will. I don't think it will happen. Might have just preluded into my gutsy calls a little bit there.
Maybe mine too.
But I think it's at a point now where ownership and the front office have to look at it and go, we can't just keep getting to this point every season.
Yeah.
And it looks like maybe we will, maybe we won't. History says that they've just lobbed in and then they'll just get bounced out in the playoffs, first week.
Well, their off-season, you look back now, their off-season moves didn't work. And like you said, that the Steelers, the last few years, if their defense doesn't play well, they don't win. But they've gone and got rid of George Pickens, who is now probably a top 3, or statistically a top 3 receiver in the league, for a DK Metcalf who hasn't actually had any production ever, like considerable production, and then brought in a 300-year-old quarterback who hasn't been playing well the last couple of years, and thought, that's the fix. We'll pay a receiver who hasn't had much production a lot of money and get rid of a guy who ends up being a top 3 receiver in the league and bring in an old quarterback. Like, where was the fix?
Yeah.
And they made
it's a little odd in hindsight.
Veteran expensive moves on defense. It's the most expensive defense in the NFL, and it's
poor Mike.
It's not happening.
Poor Mike.
Tomlin is going to lose his winning record.
Poor Mike. Yeah, I don't think there's much sympathy for Mike at the moment. I think that's sort of run out in Pittsburgh. Last game of the week, and what a game it was in the end. 27-26, the Commanders won it. The Broncos won it. 10-2 they are. The Commanders 3-9. The question is, boys, without getting too deep into this game, because you can catch up on the overtime and the way that it happened, the big question is, with 9 wins in a row for the Denver Broncos, sitting at 10-2, are they as good as their record? Or is this a little falsified. They
I'm just-
stumble over the
I'm
Commanders.
feeling the Chiefs.
5 fourth quarter comebacks for the year to win games. The Broncos. Matthew Maidman, yes.
Can I go through their defense
Put his hand
Yeah,
up.
that's very polite.
coming through?
Yes, please.
All right.
Nick Benito.
Third fewest yards allowed in the
Yes.
league. Fourth in defensive EPA. Second in defensive success rate. They lead the league in sacks. They're on track for an NFL sack record.
Okay, that's compelling.
20 quarterback hits more than any other team. The Browns are second. Like,
And
Did
yet,
Quag send you these? Or?
no, this is my research last night.
and yet, Dos, Jacoby Brissett put up 26 points against them.
yeah,
And Mariota put up. 26
Well-
points
Oh, sorry,
against
Mariota is what I meant. My apologies.
offensively, sorry, I was just going to get to that because, they allowed the second most rush yards, first Washington, 143 yesterday. So I'm looking at this team, no real highlights on offense, no consistency on offense. They don't blow teams out by way of winning because their offense isn't what I just mentioned before. So home field advantage is going to be critical, especially Denver, mile higher in the playoffs. And the Broncos are going to go as far as their defense takes them. It is, Bo Nix, Bo
Maybe.
Nix was the inverse this week. The first half, he looked really good.
Yeah.
And the second half, he didn't. Overtime, yes, he had an important drive and a big play to Evan Engram, but he's had 5 fourth quarter comeback wins this season. And the Broncos have outscored their opponents by 63 points in the last quarters of games this season. So yesterday was the reversal of what we've seen them, by way of their offense. But it's and if you look at their offense, they're mid-pack. They're 15th to 20th in pretty much every statistical metric. Not far off the Bears, if you want to look at it from that perspective. They just don't really have a run game, especially with J.K. Dobbins out for the season now as well, Hawley's boy. So
No, he might come back. They say playoffs. He's a chance.
I think it was, deep in the playoffs he might come back. So you
All right.
never know. But, I believe in this team based on their defense.
They're the Chiefs of last year. They played in 10 one-score games.
Yeah, they don't blow
and
teams
they're
out.
and they're 8-2.
Yes or no? No, in those games.
Mhm.
Yes or no, Dos, do they make the Super Bowl?
No, they don't make the Super Bowl.
No.
Okay, there you go.
It's a no from me as well.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'll always consider your opinion. All right, that is the games, Dos. Should we do some Dos's trivia?
Oh, we can. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Where's my stinger?
It's all right. It was a long game review period. Let's just get the music
I wanted
going.
them to change the song.
Let's
this
get
week.
straight to hey,
I wanted them to change the Buster's Trivia song.
what was your suggestion?
I'm a Barbie girl.
You wanted something really manly.
I was
Okay.
going to throw the title card and I realised that's wrong. So.
Oh, sweet, that's all right.
I have to hide because Hawley is
Okay, let's go.
right here.
Ooh, my brain's a bit fried after that big game review section.
All right, and we didn't even do Seahawks Vikings. Oh no, we did.
Yeah, we did at the start. Very
Oh yeah,
start.
Maxi Bros.
Yeah.
We probably need to talk more about the Seahawks going down the track.
We
Anyway,
They're good.
Yeah.
Done.
Work.
they are very good. So all Seahawks fans, your team is very good.
Sorry, Skip and Co.
And it's Skip and Curt. Yeah. Now, since the start of the 2023 season, 8 pass catchers have had 22 touchdowns or more.
Pass catches. Christian McCaffrey.
No, incorrect.
Pass Devontae Adams.
Yeah, he's second with 30. Nice.
Yep.
Good start.
Thank you. Okay, 8 of them since 2023. So is that inclusive
Wait,
of 2023 season?
23, 24, and the
25.
first
And I've
13
had,
weeks.
22.
I've had how many? More than 20 TDs.
Okay,
No, 22.
Justin Jefferson.
I don't think so. Not this year.
Amon
Justin-
Brown.
Amon Ra's number 1 with 31.
So Chase and
George
CD.
Kittle.
No,
Oh.
Chase or CD.
Oh, yeah, Jamar Chase.
he's third with 29.
CeeDee Lamb.
No,
Okay, so we've got.
So
how
you
many have we
said
got?
pass catcher, so it doesn't have to be. Are there running backs in there?
no,
A tight end. Other
Yeah.
tight ends?
Kels?
no,
Oh. And it's not Trey McBride. We know that.
no.
not Trey.
Definitely not.
Not Sam Laporta.
Who's another you said George Kittle already,
Said
didn't you?
George Kittle.
There's one tight end in this. In
One
this
tight
8.
end. Okay, I feel like we're missing a very.
Obvious one. But who?
Let's loop back to that because we're mental blanking.
So you've got the first 3 with St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase.
Yep.
St.
Now
Brown,
it gets a little
Devontae,
trickier
Jamar
after
Chase.
this.
Okay, I'm just looking at team names. All right, that's all I'm looking at. That's just
Well, I can do the same.
see.
Yeah.
I'll prove it. It's just team
Uh,
names. I'm not looking at.
Okay, so then Antonio. There's
Players.
AJ Brown.
No,
No.
Tyreek Hill. No.
No.
He's been injured.
Yeah, he's been a bit injured.
Jerry Rice.
He would have if he played.
Normally features in every historical one I do.
Yeah, every DOS's trivia. That's
Yeah.
true.
There's no Packers player.
No, there's no Green Bay.
There's no
players.
Jags player.
Nope.
No Raiders player.
How many TDs has David Njoku had?
No,
Is
not
it
enough.
Njoku?
He's been injured a lot.
Oh, he has, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not in there.
Evan Engram, he's had a fair few. It's not him. I just like throwing out names to see what DOS's reaction is.
Well, I'll tell you yes or no.
Yeah. But
There's
before I
no-
commit
there's
to
no
it,
No on Evan Ingram.
I like to make it sound like I'm just thinking about it rather than
Because he had
committing.
a 41 yarder yesterday in overtime.
He did. Oh, by the way, Traylon Burke scored a touchdown for the Commanders.
how
Oh,
good was that?
unbelievable
Yeah,
catch
he's back.
as well.
He is back. There was Puka's catch we didn't mention. That was
Yeah.
incredible.
Two crazy catches.
Good one from Bowers as well. Brock Bowers. He was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, it was another one.
Yeah, big
I
week.
can't think of any other.
Oh, I
no
thought you boys
Saints,
would
no
get
Miami. There wouldn't be an Atlanta receiver in there. Wouldn't be a Jets receiver. A Rams. Puka, has he had enough TDs?
Nah.
Not going to be a Carolina player in there. Tampa.
Just gonna let Hawley do his thing here.
Or is there a Tampa?
22 seems a lot. There's no.
Evans or Godwin?
Mike Evans is fourth
Okay.
with 25.
Okay.
Yep, so you got the top four now, so you got 4 to go.
Arizona won't have one. Minnesota don't have one. Seattle.
Wait, hang on. You brushed it. What did you laugh at there, Dos?
Minnesota. TJ.
TJ Hawkinson.
No.
Addison.
Yeah, Jordan Addison.
He's had over 22 TDs.
Wow.
He's had 22 touchdowns.
Okay, I wouldn't have got
What?
that without the hint.
No, I need to look at that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I believe you, Dos.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, Cooper Cup? Nah.
Nah, he hasn't.
I forgot
played
that
enough
doesn't
games.
include his good year.
We'll look at Addison afterwards.
All right, so what do we got left?
There's no one from the Chargers,
You
no
got,
one from the Steelers.
you got 3 left.
Bills, Stephon Diggs.
No.
Give us.
And they're all in the AFC.
Okay, that's good. That helps. All in the AFC. 2 wide receivers and a tight end. People are screaming at home. 2 wide receivers and a tight end. Who's the tight end? Oh, Mark Andrews.
Yes, well done.
Ah,
Mark Andrews is
good
the tight
work.
end with 22 touchdowns.
Whew, it's easy to forget him because he hasn't been like he had that
Yeah.
down patch, but he's actually scored a few this year.
Yeah.
All right, 2 wide receivers remaining. Give us divisions for those wide receivers. Dos, speed this up.
AFC West and AFC North.
Oh, Sutton.
Cortland Sutton.
Yay, nice. Okay. And
Hawley's boy, Cortland Sutton. Had to get him in.
Baltimore.
AFC North. I bet you it's not Jamar Chase, it's T. Higgins.
It is T. Higgins.
There we
See.
go. We got there.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well done.
That was harder than it sounded on the surface. Well done, Dos. Good one.
Well done. Yeah, well done, fellas.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Mike Evans, Cortland Sutton, Jordan Addison, Mark Andrews, and T. Higgins all over 22 touchdowns in the last, 2.5 seasons.
All right.
2 and a bit seasons.
Well, let's just keep rolling through our Gutsy Calls, Jimbo. Let's just change the song and get straight into it. Forget those title cards. We're on a
Jordan
roll.
Addison just scrapes in, doesn't he?
He does.
Well,
19 TDs in 2 years. 23, 24.
like that.
Massive.
He's on my fantasy team, Hawley. All right.
Do you like how he threw that in and went,
Gutsy Calls. Now, let's review our November ones because it's always an interesting exercise. I said that the Colts would go on a 4-game losing streak, and people mocked it. Well, I was wrong, but they went 1-3.
Yeah.
1-3,
close.
so I wasn't far off. I also
The Berlin game is the
yeah.
Atlanta win.
That's right. I also said that 3 out of the 4 following backup quarterbacks would start a game. Brett Rippon, Case Keenum, Josh Johnson, Kyle Allen. 0 of them started a game, so that wasn't very
Tried
good.
hard.
Dos, you said the Ravens would have a winning record and lead the NFC by the end of the month.
AFC North.
AFC North, yes, sorry. They were 3-5 when you said it. The Steelers were 5-3. You were right in that they do lead the division, so well done. Unfortunately, they're 6-6. They were flying until
So
the
close.
Bengals lost. If they beat the Bengals, you would have been right, but that was a good one. The other one, you said, this is a great one. All of these running backs who hadn't yet scored a rushing touchdown would have.
Oh, the big parlay.
Bucky Irving had 1. Aaron Jones had 1. Emmanuel Wilson had 3. Devin Singletary had 2. And the last one, Jaden Blue, had 0.
He didn't even, he hasn't
Jeez,
even
the
played.
Bucky one was good.
Bucky one was-
just came back this week.
Very
Yeah.
good. You just missed on Jaden Blue. And Hawley, you said Parker Washington for the Jags would have 100+ yards per game. 3 TDs for the month, and the Jags would be 3-0. Well, the Jags were 3-0. He had 2 TDs instead of 3. But in
Got injured this week.
he had
as well.
100 and something yards,
Yeah,
not
no
100
good.
per game. And you said Carolina would lead the NFC South. That was close. They would have led if the Bucks lost to the Cardinals. So,
Not far off.
boys, we were very close. We were close to getting 4 out of 6, but we just didn't get
But
it. So let's
unfortunately,
doesn't count.
we got 0.
Let's start, Holy, with you. Your first of 2 gutsy calls
Sure.
for December. The rest of the regular season.
Okay, Dos, this might marry up with yours a little bit, but the Steelers lose the next 3 and Aaron Rodgers gets benched.
Ooh, okay, for Mace. Big Mace.
Big
They
Mason.
give up. They're 6-9. Rodgers complains about his receivers again, and Mike says, "Okay, you're out."
So who have they got coming up?
I can get the schedule up very quickly if you like.
All right, Dust, did you have a Steelers one too?
I did. I had Steelers first losing season under Mike Tomlin,
Okay.
and Mike
Well,
Tomlin.
they're 6-6.
Yeah, but hold on.
Oh,
I've
keep
never
going.
had one.
Ravens, Dolphins, Lions.
Yeah, but it's not
next
gutsy
3.
to have a.
Hold on.
What's the extra
And
caveat?
Mike Tomlin to coach his last game for the Steelers in Week 18.
Okay, get sacked.
Yeah.
Okay. Or does he get sacked, or do they mutually agree to
I
part
think there'll be
ways?
a mutual agreement to part ways.
Bit of respect for Mike after the
They play the
tantrum.
Ravens twice over the next 5 weeks. Dolphins, Lions, and Browns.
Ravens twice, Dolphins, Lions, Browns. Okay. All right. So the Mike Tyson,
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tomlin departing thing is the main ingredient of your gutsy call there, Doss. I think that has to happen.
Losing season, Tomlin gone, Rodgers gone.
Yeah, right. Combine your gutsy calls. All those
Wow.
3 things
Yeah,
have to happen.
done.
My first one for December is that a team with a 1% playoff chance as it stands, according to the NFL, will win their last 5 games. Boys, who do you think that is?
By the Chiefs. No, they're not 1%.
No. Miami were 1.
The
Weren't they?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh.
They play the Bills. They're going to beat them. They play the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Cardinals, and the Browns. They're going 5-0 from here and out. Joey B will go on a
Bills,
rampage.
Ravens, Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. Yeah, absolutely.
Hinges on the Bills game, I think.
It does, and that's the first one, so it could be over very, very quickly, but that's my first gutsy call. Holy.
Don't mind it. Chiefs. Well, I had it as this month before you said do it for the rest of the
Okay.
season. But the Chiefs go 0-4 for the month.
Oh, jeez.
Texans,
I don't like that.
Chargers,
You've upset the Kansas City kid,
and
James Womack.
Broncos.
Okay.
But then they do have the Titans in there. So that's where the gutsiness comes from.
Oh, they could lose to the Titans.
Well, that has to be a
Okay.
gutsy call, doesn't
Okay,
it?
we're fine.
And then they play the Raiders week 18, so that's why.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe we could call it 1-4 if that's gutsy enough. But
No,
I'll
make
go
it all 4 for them.
0-4 for the month of December.
Okay, Doss.
Jordan Love to have the most passing yards in the league December or for the rest of the regular season. He's 10th currently.
Is that gutsy enough, Holy?
What? I mean, gutsy enough. That
Good
is
offense,
gutsy.
good player.
Well,
Oh, hold on. You've been
team's
canning him all season.
The team's on they're 8-3 on a 3-game win streak.
That's not enough, Doss.
It's
and
his
he's
Toyota-thon.
calling him to keep playing well.
Toyota-thon. Jordan Love.
Hey, we're sponsored by Wayne Phillips Kia.
Put some,
we
numbers,
are,
put some
sorry.
numbers on it then. Put some numbers on it. Averaging
Yeah,
what per week?
I agree.
Averaging 400 a week.
Whoa! There we go, Doss. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Well, I mean,
that's
that's
what we
not
want.
gonna happen, is it?
Nah, let's make it.
Make it-
Let's make it. Or
330.
well, I was going to say 320.
Hold on,
so
let me
yeah.
see. Let me see what he's actually done this year. He's gone over 300 yards twice.
Yeah, so
Gone over
so-
351. Mate, okay, maybe it is gutsy because the last 4 weeks, he's thrown over 200 yards once.
Let's make it most
Thank
and
you.
300
It's
average.
not like
Doss.
he's leading the league in passing out. He's 10th. And I'm saying he's going to be the highest. Yeah.
The last 5 weeks, he's had 3 weeks without throwing a TD.
We'll drop it at 300. There you go. My second one is that records will be smashed. JSN, despite a 33-yard game yesterday, which really hurts, will get the single season receiving record. Myles Garrett will break the sack record. And I'm throwing in a Christmas bonus to make this a 3-pronger. We will see the highest single game score from a team in the history of the NFL. It currently sits at 73 points. The Chicago Bears in 1940.
We won't see that.
Miami scored
Yeah,
70
they
in
got
2023.
close. That was the road train over Denver.
Dude, we got some bad teams. We got some bad defenses at the moment, and some random game we'll see a team get absolutely blown up.
Because they'll bench everyone in the last quarter.
That's
They
why it's gutsy, Holy.
just won't get there.
That's why it's gutsy.
It
That's my
needs to happen
3-pronger.
early in the
I
season.
like it, but I think it's unrealistic.
Oh, okay. Well, if Hawley's saying it's unrealistic,
Yeah.
then forget it.
Yeah.
All right, that's gutsy calls, boys. Let's move on to no-brainers and wrap this week up. All right, we've got 4 teams on buys. Boys, it's mercifully the last week of buys. Coming up, Panthers, Pats, Giants, 49ers. So
just need 2 weeks of buys. Half the league 1 week, half
Keep
the
it
week,
clean.
half the league the next week,
and
it's
make
done.
those non-fantasy weeks, and then
Yep.
we're done. Then we're
100%.
done. All right, get those fixtures up, Jimbo.
What are we, week 14?
Yes, week 14. We need to lock 4 games. We've got the Cowboys at the Lions. We're certainly not locking that, but that is a big game, TNF, a huge TNF for the rest of this season. Cowboys and Lions both trying to make playoffs. The opposite is true of Titans and Browns, but we cannot
That
lock
hurts
that.
us for this week because they're usually locks.
That's right. Whoever they're
Against
playing,
them.
we can
Mm.
lock against them.
Oh,
So,
is that in the early slate?
yeah, you'll be getting up for that.
I will not be getting up to watch that game.
Seahawks at Falcons is one we can maybe put in the back of our minds, but I'm
Yep.
not looking that straight up. Colts at Jags is a huge
Hey.
game in the AFC South.
Seattle smash Atlanta. Is that in Atlanta?
Yes. Let's just wait on that, though. Let's see what else we've got. Commanders at Vikings. Again, 2 bad teams that we can't
Leave
lock
that,
against each
yeah.
other. We need 4. Bengals at Bills. We've got Joe
leave
Burrow
that.
back, so we can't do that.
Bucks Saints.
Saints at
Far out.
Bucks. I think... Were you hinting, Jimbo, at Rams Cardinals?
Surely Cardinals, Rams.
I think you're right.
I just judge it based on shell for shame.
Yeah.
Yep, I think we will get there. Let's
Rams will beat the Cardinals.
let's get there in a second. So we will lock that when we arrive. Saints at Bucks.
I
I
think,
think we can lock the Bucks.
we
Can
have to go the Bucks.
Tampa are
We're not going to find something.
Yeah, not much better. Let's put that in.
4.
Bucks are 8.5-point favorites.
Okay.
in Tampa.
Let's lock the Bucks over the Saints. Then there's Steelers at Ravens, which is huge. 2 6-6 teams in the AFC North. Dolphins at Jets. 2 playoff teams there. Dos still battling, still staving off playoff elimination.
I had Jets fans not happy that they won because they went from pick 2 in the mock draft
yeah.
up to about pick 7.
Hey, Jets fans, how about you stop getting annoyed every time you win? How's about that for a loser franchise?
You tell them.
You tell them.
It's, it's a pathetic trait.
Good on
Especially
you,
of Jets fans. Don't you reckon? Every year they get to this point, oh, we're annoyed we won. Well, how about you start celebrating some wins and maybe you'll be in a position where you don't have to worry about losing for draft picks every year.
Rubbed him up, didn't it?
Geez, the old soapbox is
yeah.
getting a workout over there.
Yeah.
I've supported the Jets as like a
Yeah,
peripheral team
yeah, you
for
have.
too long, and they're just pathetic.
Yeah, you keep getting on them for their overs as well.
All
I've
of
even-
a sudden, Chiefs are no good, and he's like, oh, now go for the Jets.
No, I said peripherally, and I have stuck up for the Jets for 4 years of this podcast, but I'm done
You
with
have.
it. Losers. Broncos at Raiders.
Broncos.
Have to go Broncos.
Yeah, I think we have to. So that's our second one,
Bucks,
is it?
Broncos, Rams.
And then, yes, Rams and Cardinals. And then we've got the Bears, Packers. Oh, that's a
Packers
huge
at home.
game.
Packers at home.
Oh.
Lock it.
That's one of the
I don't
bigger
know if we
NFC
can
North
lock
games.
that.
Lock it.
Bears and
We're not locking that.
James, lock it.
We can't lock that. Texans
Eagles,
at
Chargers,
Chiefs
Texans.
and Eagles
But
at
there was
Chargers.
one further up.
Boys, this is a massive week
What was
of
the
NFL.
one further up? The Seahawks.
Yeah,
Seahawks
we've got to
will
go
beat the
Seahawks over
Falcons.
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 Seahawks. All right, they're the ones.
That's a massive week of NFL. That
actually
is
quite
hugely
exciting.
consequential. I think that might be the biggest week so far as what
Well,
it means
most
for
weeks coming towards this time of the year.
Yeah, but there's like 10 matchups in there. That
Yeah, there's some good
scintillating.
ones.
good, isn't it?
All right, Hawley, we only end this one way.
Thank you, Jim. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener.
Jimbo.
Hey, shut the laptop.
Mic
That's
drop.
it. I'm not doing it anymore.
Dos, what's our emoji? If you've made it to the end of the episode, and thank you
Oh.
very much to everyone
Yeah,
tuning
thank
in.
you.
What is your emoji that you need to leave in the comments on Spotify or YouTube just to show, hey, we made it? What were we talking about today? What was the big... I mean, I bagged the Jets
Oh, a
just
little
then.
birthday present. It's Dos's birthday soon.
Hey, it is on the weekend, Dos.
Yeah, this weekend, this Sunday.
And you're going away.
I am
Yeah, that'd be nice.
with
the
my
romantic
lovely
job.
wife. Looking forward to that.
And then,
Your
Dos...
children as well?
Nope.
Oh,
Then,
No.
here we go.
It's a-
I knew he was
There'll
gonna
be, there'll be a little bit of Sabrina Carpenter played over this weekend, won't there?
There will be a bit of new album played on the drive out
All right,
there.
all right. I won't ask any more questions. That's if we ever get a Patreon, we can do the like uncensored video version of the episode where we
Video.
can no, not video. I didn't mean video. I didn't mean video. I meant discussion.
He wants to do a podcast Sunday, Arvo.
There's a Freudian slip. But Dos, you are in the hot seat next week. You are hosting the
Oh,
Outback
yeah.
Quarterback Show. You'll be sitting
That's
right
right.
here because I will not be in the building. So, boys,
Busy.
Oh, just the two of us.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
we bring in a
James,
guest?
James is
Jimbo
here.
B.
Or is Jim, but
No. I'll sit here.
Shut that down very quickly.
Any guests want to fly in or drive in?
You want to
Stop
bring
in?
a guest? You can bring a guest if
Yeah,
you
let's
want.
see what we can find.
Anyone want to
Second.
come in the seat?
I mean, I'll vet them.
Oh, all right.
Anyone want to
Choice
what?
words.
All right, this is getting unhinged. We're going to end this episode here.
So what's
Bet
the
them when they're naked.
Birthday present emoji, yeah?
say birthday suit?
This is a nice little casting couch, isn't it?
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Only the weirdos leave that comment on our Instagram when I put a picture of the couch on.
Do they?
Yeah, weirdos.
I've
All right,
never
that's the
had a
show.
look.
This is an
Never had a
NFL podcast with the Outback Quarterback. Follow, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching and making it this far. We'll see you all. Well, you'll see those guys, but not me next week. Enjoy.